So when I was getting ready to do my very first full jamacure, I was really nervous about figuring out which wrap was going to fit my fingers the best. You can ask the consultant from my party. I probably sent her a bunch of messages saying, I just don't get how to do this size and I'm really nervous, and it's not that hard. So I want to show you that. All of our wraps come on a clear backing, which makes it fairly easy to just hold them up to your finger and see. If you just kind of bend it over, you can see which wrap is going to fit the best. But some of them are really close, and so it's a little hard to tell exactly. And some of your fingers might be a little close, and if you only have a half a sheet of wraps and you have two fingers that use this size wrap, then you're going to have to trim one of the larger wraps to get it to fit one of your fingers if you want it to use all the same design for one hand or both of your hands. So you'll often notice that when I do my jamacures, my pointer finger and my middle finger often have different wraps on it because they pretty much take the same size wrap. And then I don't have to use both sides of a full sheet to get my jamacure on. But here's an easy way to measure your wraps, measure your fingers so that you know which wraps of the sheet are going to work the best. And the good thing is all of our sheets have the same size wraps on them, so you only have to do this once. And once you figure out which size works the best for you, you will always know no matter which sheet of wraps you have. And if you do it this way, you'll always have a handy-dandy measuring tool along with your application stuff, so that if you have to trim a wrap, it's right there and you don't have to guess or try and trim it while you're looking at it with your finger under. So all you need is tape and a pen and a scissors, and then a piece of paper or an old credit card or gift card would work too, and then you have it all right here. So I'm going to use painter's tape because I already have lacquer or top coat or wraps on my fingers, and painter's tape is made to come off of the surface that you put it on, so hopefully it'll just peel right off. This painter's tape has been in my garage for a little while, so I guess there's no guarantee, but hopefully it'll come off without damaging anything on my nails, and then I don't have to worry about that. But like I said, generally you would do this before you have stuff on your nails because you wouldn't know, but I've done it so many times I know which size I wear. So take your tape, and you can use other tape too, masking tape. I've seen people even do it with Scotch tape. You probably wouldn't use electrical tape because it's going to be hard to see the pen. But take it and tape it pretty tightly onto your finger, and then take your pen and trace the nail part of your finger. And my pen doesn't work if I'm holding it straight up. I'm just going to do it on my lap, but I'll show you in just a minute. And you just trace around so just your nail is there. And you just want to make sure, so trace around like that. Then you're going to peel the tape off. And like I said, oh, it's not even sticky. It didn't damage my nails because of the tape that I used. And now you could, maybe with painter's tape you could get away with it, just taping it onto your wrap to see, but I don't really recommend that because it could leave a sticky residue, especially if you're using a different kind of tape. And you don't want to put it on the back because then it's going to be opposite, and it might not because your nails probably aren't perfectly symmetrical. So what you can do is tape it onto a piece of paper, and like here I already had done my pointer finger, so I labeled it left hand 2. I teach piano, and so all your fingers have numbers, so to me I know exactly what finger number 2 is, so I did it on there, and so I cut it first and then taped it on here, which works. And then you would just cut around your little template and cut around the other side. And then you can cut it off. I don't worry so much about the length because I usually just cut my wraps in half and then use it. And so then you just hold it up to your wraps, and you can see, look, it lines up pretty well with the number 3, the third wrap on here. And obviously everybody's nails are different sizes, and so if you need to use a bigger wraps, that's totally fine. But if I didn't have a number 3 on my sheet, but I had this one up here, I can do the same thing, and I can just line it up, and then I can just cut around it, and then it's already trimmed and ready, and it's the perfect size. Now, you can do this, you can do it on your credit card or your gift card, and you just cut them out and leave a little space in between, and then you have this pocket size, and you can do your left hand on one side and your right hand on the other side, and then it's all set, and you can just keep it in your application kit or whatever you use with your Jamberry tools, and then it's all set whenever you're ready to do a new Jamberry. And if you have to trim your wraps, then you know exactly how to trim them, and then you're all set to go. Thanks!